and salutations, comic book conversationalists. This is Comic Book Hangover once again, and at last, finally. And my name is Scott, and we are here with a 3-week haul. And let me show you why I haven't been doing weekly videos. This right here is 3 weeks worth of books for me, right here. This small little tiny stack. So I haven't really had enough to do any kind of a video, and there's been a lot of stuff going on with work and everything, and today as I'm doing this is Thanksgiving, and it's kind of a rough day because it's the first Thanksgiving without my dad. He passed away in March, and the holidays have always been in the back of my mind as far as like how rough this is going to be for the first time. This is my first Thanksgiving without seeing my dad. This is going to be the first Christmas without seeing my dad, my entire life. And it's kind of rough. So this is going to be sort of my therapy session because I'm going to talk about some comic books. The family is with my wife's family in Lansing. So I decided to stay behind because I wasn't sure how this day would really affect me. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody, but I wasn't sure how it would affect me. So I decided to stay behind just because I don't want to bring anybody else down. So, but we're going to do these videos here. This video, starting with the older books that I picked up. Transformers, number 14, still knocking it out of the park, and I'm loving the Starscream cover. He's been turned into like a hiss tank, and he's not happy with it. So, this has been a really good run. It's really good, sort of a focus on Starscream's story. I really have been enjoying it because it's really showing what he's capable of doing and how he is similar and different from the Generation 1 animated series version that we're all familiar with. So, Transformers, still a great series. I'm very much looking forward to seeing where it's going. Now, apparently the writer, Daniel Warren Johnson, is going to be leaving in like issue 24 or 25 or something like that. And there's a lot of people that I've seen online that are talking about how, the series is going to come to an end. How can anybody else take it over? But the fact of the matter is he's going to have 2 years worth of writing. So whoever the writer is that comes in, they're going to have 2 years worth of history and worth of stories to draw from as far as their tonal approach, as far as their character approach. So that should not be a problem. I still have hopes and I still have confidence that the series will do well because this was a surprise. I mean, everybody knew it was going to be a good book, but nobody really expected it to be as great as it is, especially for as long as it has been. Usually books just kind of sort of fizzle away after a while, but Transformers has been going great. Speaking of the Energon universe, I also did pick up G.I. Joe number 1. No more G.I. Joe-centric miniseries, so the Duke, Destro, Scarlet, which I never got the final issue for Scarlet for, but the book was so uninteresting, I don't really even care. But now everything is here, and we've got Cobra, we've got G.I. Joe, we've got... I'm sure Cobra Law is going to get involved in it at some point, but it was a great issue. The first issue was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It's a great addition to the Energon universe. I also like how on this cover here, if you look, there's I'm going to say that's Optimus Prime down there, and we can even say that's Hound in the background. But even on the back, excuse me, even on the back, we've got Cobra, and there's an arm. We could, might even be Megatron's arm. We don't really know. But it's going to be really cool to see what happens as far as the interactions between G.I. Joe, Cobra, the Autobots, and the Decepticons. I can't wait to see where that goes. Now moving on. Actually, let's do this one. I grabbed a variant cover for G.I. Joe number 1, and it was this one here because this is a kick-ass cover. Now, I know they put out, I think last week they put out a G.I. Joe number 1 variant that had, it was like half a Cobra Commander's face and was foil and all that, but I didn't want to pay the money for it, so I grabbed this one here. I really like that cover, so it's cool. I really enjoyed G.I. Joe number 1. Now going into the facsimile portion, last week's poster, the last video's poster from like 3 weeks ago was Web of Spider-Man number 32. I did pick up the facsimile reprint of that, so I got that. That's awesome. For the Godzilla books, Godzilla, Here There Be Dragons, Son of Dragons, number 5, wrapping up the series with an awesome King Ghidorah cover. I love that. Also wrapping up is the Godzilla Rivals series of one-shots. We're wrapping this up with Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. I have not had a chance to check this out. This, I believe, came out last week. I haven't had a chance to check it out. We've just been really, really busy. So I'm going to take some time to read this one today, actually. So got that. And Back Force Facsimiles, Amazing Spider-Man 262, the infamous and so I guess you could say iconic photo cover, continuing the first year of the black suit, the symbiote suit Spider-Man. That's awesome there. From DC, Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 8 of 12. Cannot wait to dive into that one. I've been really enjoying this series as a monthly book. Same with Secret Wars. It's been a lot of fun as a monthly book, but as a trade, I just could not get into it ever. Now this week's books, Void Rivals, number 14. Not really sure about that cover. I don't really care for that cover, but kind of looks like an eye back there. I don't know, but I haven't had a chance to read this one yet. Just picked it up yesterday, and yesterday was just really, really chaotic around here with the final preparations for Thanksgiving. So I got that. And Spirits of Vengeance number 3. I grabbed a variant cover. I'm gonna check it out. It's one of these things where I don't have access to all my comic books, so I always like to go back and reread my Ghost Rider books. I have some Ghost Rider trades, but as far as like full runs go, I don't have that. So I'm reading these just to get my Ghost Rider fix. And the last thing that I have in my stack is EC Archives Weird Science Volume 4, which officially wraps up the Weird Science part of the EC Archives reprint. So this one has Weird Science numbers 19 through 22, and then they combined Weird Science and Weird Fantasy into one book. It's called Weird Science Fantasy, very imaginative, but it has issues 23 and 24 of that. So we are going to be, in the next couple of months, wrapping these up. I don't think I'm going to be getting an EC Archives in December, but in January, looking at the list, I've got 2 coming out in January. I think there's the final volume for Tales from the Crypt, and I believe Crime Suspense Stories. Yep. Now this is saying there's a Crime Suspense Stories in December, and then there's this listing here at the back of the book is a little bit different than what I'm seeing online. So we'll see what happens, but that's great. I love that. Now again, once I get all of these and I get the ones that I have in storage and I fill in the gaps, I'm missing a couple of volumes here and there. Once I get them all, I am going to start reading these from beginning to end, and may even do some review videos on them as I read them, because these are some great books. They got some amazing art. I mean, you can go to any page here, almost any cover of any original EC comic was great. Any page has great artwork in it, amazing artwork, and the storytelling and the writing. Look at this. This is the kind of reading that they did back in the 50s with these books. So with these stories being only like 4 pages, 6 pages long, they had to put a lot of exposition in them. So while you're only getting a handful of pages, you feel like you're getting a full comic book worth of story. It's awesome. I love it. I absolutely love EC, and I'm still upset with what Ani Press is doing to EC's legacy with their line of really poorly done EC books. But that's it. Those are the books I picked up, and I guess the only thing I want to talk about real quick is I finally got my Nightmare on Elm Street 4K Steelbook from Amazon after being lied to, and oh, you'll get it on this date. No, here comes that date, and there it goes. Oh, you'll get it on this date. Oh, you'll get it on this date. Here's this. We'll expedite it so you won't get it as late as we originally said. So I finally got it. And while the package is okay, I mean, the Steelbook is a neat idea. My main reason for getting that movie was getting the 4K transfer of it, because I've had the movie multiple times on VHS, on DVD, on Blu-ray. I get it on every format because it is, without a shadow of a doubt, if I had to say, if somebody said, what is your all-time favorite horror movie? What is the one horror movie that you would want to have in your collection if you could have no other horror film? It would be A Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984. I love that movie. It brought me into horror. Freddy Krueger has always been my favorite horror icon. And I gotta say that the transfer is gorgeous. It is beautiful. The colors pop. You can really see the makeup effects really well. It's so amazing. I mean, I sat and really only intended to watch just the beginning of it. And I did this with the Blu-ray too. I only wanted to watch the beginning of it. Next thing you know, I'm watching the whole thing. So the transfer is great. I just cannot say enough things about the transfer. Everything else, however, You've got like 4 or 5 pictures of Freddy Krueger on the packaging. Only one of them is from A Nightmare on Elm Street. So New Line Cinema clearly doesn't even know which movie these versions of Freddy are from. The menu isn't even an original menu. It's from one of the DVD releases. And all the special features are while I do like the idea of having, special features from Blu-ray and special features from DVD put together, I do like that idea. But give us something new, something spectacular. Because I've seen online where there's interviews with Heather Langenkamp and Robert Englund. Put those on there. Do something. Give us something. But as far as the packaging goes and the special features go, New Line Cinema, Warner Brothers dropped the ball big time. But as far as the transfer goes, it is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely love it. So I'm glad to have it in the collection. It's just unfortunate that New Line Cinema dropped the ball, or Warner Brothers dropped the ball on the packaging. So, but that said, it's time for me to go. I'm going to do some cleaning, do my usual annual viewing of nothing but Three Stooges. So that said, hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family. Definitely enjoy your family, because you never know when the last time you're going to have a holiday with them is going to be. So this could be your last holiday. I don't want to say, I don't want to doom and gloom, but enjoy your family. Take time and tell them how much you love them and appreciate them. Don't let the politics of this year infect your holiday and affect your time with your family. Enjoy your family. Enjoy some movies. Enjoy some comics. Enjoy, if you watch those football things, do that. Enjoy the hell out of that too. But that said, I'm gonna wrap this up. Hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving, and we will see everybody in the month of December with I may not have a video next week, so I think I'll have another really small week next week. We'll see. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great one. Bye.